Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Thursday. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. Um, we do have some stuff to talk about tonight. Obviously, I know it's NFL Draft Night. I know some people probably were watching that before they came in here, but we're gonna go on and finish this up real quick so you can get back to going and doing that or whatever you were going to go do for tonight. We did start a bit late tonight. That is my apologies for that. But we're here now, so we're just going to go on and get started tonight. If you have not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or hit the share button, yeah, make sure that you go and do so. Also, make sure that you go on and make sure that when you go on and do all of that, that you, again, like I said, share it with all the people that you know, rather that be from somebody that you just met today at the grocery store or somebody that you met at Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Does not matter, anybody at all. But let's go on and get started. Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Thursday. I am your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, we do have some heavy rainfall going on inside of the southern Midlands of South Carolina near Allendale, Barnwell, Orangeburg, as well as Walterboro, with some flooding occurring over here near Florence, Darlington, Marion, as well as Dillon as well. And as we go on and scroll our way up, talk about the entire United States, we do have some more rain going on up here inside of Minnesota, even South Dakota, Nebraska, as well as Iowa, and even up here inside of Oregon and California. And the main thing that's going on right now is over here inside of Colorado, as well as Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Look at this. We had a 4-inch hail report, or 5-inch hail report, inside of Floyd County, Texas, near Flomont, Texas. Somebody did catch a 5.2 inch in diameter hail. That's DVD size inside of Texas earlier. That's just absolutely insane and out of this world. And also we had a damaging tornado as well, also inside of Texas as well. So just Texas is really going through it right now with severe weather over here inside of the Panhandle and the western portions of Texas. So if you know anybody inside that region, make sure that they are okay. Also, here is our cloud cover. Cloud cover right here is really kind of secluded towards the southern Midlands, PD, and the low country of South Carolina. That's where the heaviest cloud cover is, with fog also possible as well as we go into tonight. And then also inside the upstate and even the Midlands as well has cloud cover up there as well. Not as dense as the low country in the PD region and the southern Midlands, but it is there. Going into our cloud cover for the future. As you go on and push this forward, you can see that there is that cloud cover that will continue as you go all the way to around 12 hours out. You're still seeing that cloud cover there, even as we get into around 18 hours out. Still, you can see that cloud cover is there strong. And overall, we're just going to see what happens as we go into, obviously, tomorrow morning and what that cloud cover is going to look like then. But overall, it's mostly cloudy for the rest of tomorrow. Current temperatures right now, 68 in Columbia as well as 64 in Greenville, 66 in Anderson as well as 66 in Rock Hill, 68. 71 inside of Bennettsville and Florence as well as 68 in Myrtle Beach, 70 inside of Moncks Corner and Somerville, 71 in Charleston and Walterboro as well as 71 inside of Beaufort, 70 inside of Barnwell as well. Going into your low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures for tonight, around 62 in Greenville, 61 inside of Spartanburg, 62 in Anderson, as well as 62 in Columbia, 62 in Sumter, as well as Orangeburg, 60 in Walterboro, as well as 66 in Charleston, 68 in Hilton Head Island, as well as 61 in Moncks Corner and Georgetown. As you go into your rainfall for tonight showing significantly less rainfall for the low country South Carolina. Speaking of significantly less rainfall in the low country today, at my house, there was a good 3/4 of an inch on the dot, 0.75 inch in diameter hail that occurred at my house today, and that's definitely, that rain is 100% needed for sure. As we obviously we're inside this drought, and we definitely needed this rain badly, and hopefully we get some more. But like I said, we need that rain, so we're gonna hope for some more, but obviously we can't just wish. But here is our forecast precipitation as we go into tonight, around 0.5 to maybe even an inch. Greenville, Anderson, as well as Greenwood, quarter of an inch to a half an inch in Spartanburg, Rock Hill, as well as maybe even Greenwood might get a half an inch to an inch. Tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch inside of Newbury, inside of Aiken, as well as Winsboro and Columbia. Tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch in Florence, as well as Dillon. Then a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch in Sumter, and even Walterboro, Moncks Corner as well. So these areas still have the chance to receive some rainfall, but right now it is looking like the rainfall will kind of die down a little bit as we get into some portions of the low country tonight. Even though there is still some rain going on, it's not going to be as much as there will be still inside the upstate. As you go into our severe weather, you see we still have a TSTM. As we go into tonight as well. We'll continue to watch there and see what happens there, see if they left an update at all, because usually they update it right when I go in. And right now, no, it has not changed yet. So this is still valid right here as you go into Friday as well. Friday, tomorrow, it is looking like another thunderstorm day, upstate, Midland of South Carolina, the Western PD as well. And then the coastal regions as well as the low country as well. All these regions are looking like we might lose out in terms of thunderstorms. Going into Saturday, the entire state, including some places off the coast as well, will receive thunderstorms on Saturday. The ingredients are indeed there. As we go into our next phase, which is excessive rainfall, no excessive rainfall is expected for the next 5 days. So we're going to continue to watch for that, as well as they have seemed to kind of lower it a little bit. So honestly, because we did have a chance for some excessive rainfall in the future, I believe, but they've gotten rid of it, I believe. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is our short-term future. So let's go on and talk about that right now. As you go on and look at the ARRR here, we're going to go to the 0Z. This goes around all the way to around 1 a.m. Tomorrow morning. So as we go on and push this forward, you can see that pretty much all that rain will try to move away. And then as we get all the way into around 7 a.m., look at this. Maybe an isolated shower up there inside the upstate by around 7 a.m. as we go all the way to 9 a.m. as well. Still looking like not much is happening. And then continuing all the way to 1 p.m., 2 p.m., maybe all the way to 5 p.m. Still just looking at some isolated showers, thunderstorm activity inside the upstate. And then finally, 11 p.m., you can start to see some more shower and downpour activity moving through the upstate towards the Midlands. So overall, that's what we're watching for as we go into around 1 o'clock in the morning there. Going to our long-term future. Obviously the next 300 to 400 hours, make sure that you pay attention to the time at the top right corner of your screen, because that will be important. But here we go right here. As you go into here, you can see as you push this forward, still rainfall activity going all the way into around April the 26th, going all the way towards the 27th as well. And then as you continue to push this forward even more, you can see that there is really much. You're not really seeing too much until you get to around May the 1st. And then all the way to May the 3rd, May the 4th, and May the 5th as well. Look at all this rainfall. This is May the 4th. Definitely needed rain, but that is a lot of rain. We might have to watch for some potential flooding as we go into May the 4th, and potentially maybe even a little bit into May the 5th as well. But we'll continue to watch for that as we continue all the way through. And then everything else is a bit too far out to talk about. So all the way from around May the 7th into the future, just a bit too far out to talk about. So we're going to go on and wait on that. So let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and see what the audience has to say for tonight. Also, we have 12 people watching and only 8 likes. Make sure you go and hit the like button as well, as we're about to go on and talk about the crazy score for South Carolina. Then we'll have our wildfire update. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. My cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful day. It is a very nice day in Philly. I enjoyed the day, and I hope you truly enjoy yours. Love you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that comment. My aunt says, hi, Jay, did you finish everything? I did. Well, I got most of it. Most of it. So that's I'm gonna finish up the rest tonight. Miss Oliver says, "Good evening. Got some rain today, but when I was on the Isle of Palms, nothing. Oh well. I was hoping for some more. I will check the pond levels tomorrow when it is daylight." Yeah. So in terms of the rainfall again, I think it mainly went throughout like the northern side of like Dorchester County. That's where like I believe the majority of the rain went to. Not really too much on the southern side, so the northern side really got the most likely. Um, my cousin's dad says, "Good evening, Joseph. I hope all is well. We have been experiencing some great weather here in San Antonio. I finally got my first lily to bloom this morning. Make sure to ask your mom to show you. I will let her show me right when we get off tonight." And then Trail says, "Hi, Joseph. Hello to you." And that's it. So we have a pretty decent sized audience tonight. So now let's go on and talk about the weather intensity score for tonight. Let's go and talk about the weather intensity score for tonight, or the South Carolina crazy score, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a score to say how crazy it is in terms of weather for the state here inside of South Carolina. So let's go on and show it right now. And it is right now a 35. Now that I check it now, it is a 35. It is inside of that moderate category. Noticeable weather conditions such as moderate rain, wind, or minor storms. And that's pretty much exactly what's going on as we go into tonight. And that obviously is with fog development, isolated showers possible overnight, and with cloudy skies as well. And so now let's go on and see what's going on throughout for wildfires. Wildfires, obviously, we had the one inside of Georgetown County. And in terms of that fire has now been taken care of. And overall, the other two wildfires are obviously the two inside of Horry County. They still have not updated yet, but that's pretty much it in terms of that. So now let's go on and look at San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. Looking at San Antonio, low temperature tonight 72, high temperature tomorrow at 87, low temperature tomorrow night at 71. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms tonight, and then tomorrow during the day, a slight chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. And then as you go into tonight, low temperature tonight 61, high temperature tomorrow at 81, low temperature tomorrow night 63. There's a chance of thunderstorms during the day tomorrow, and then showers are likely tomorrow night. And then Philadelphia, low temperatures tonight at 53, high temperatures tomorrow at 79, low temperatures tomorrow night at 61. Showers are likely as you go into tomorrow night. And that's it in terms of all three locations. No severe weather expected for either location. And as we go into our forecast for the entire U.S. and what's going on, strong and severe thunderstorm may produce heavy to excessive rainfall over portions of the central/southern plains and Mississippi Valley today. There is a slight risk, 2 out of 4 risk for excessive rainfall, and a slight risk, 2 out of 5 for severe weather today. Elevated fire weather conditions over western Florida. Yes, western Florida is getting a bit of a fire risk as well. And then obviously we talked about Texas had a huge tornado on the ground in Texas. It was, and then we also have some humongous, probably like emergency sized hail, up to 5 inches. That could easily smash through trees, cars. I bet Safelite, the repair, is definitely getting a lot of calls. For 5 inches of hail falling onto your windshield, that's gonna smash you pretty much almost instantly. So that's, we're just going to hope that nobody got injured during that at all. Because if you get hit with that, that's not something that I don't even want to think about. But that's it there. I don't see anything else inside the chat. So we're going to go on and leave it off for tonight. Make sure that if you enjoyed, make sure you go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share with all the people that you know. We're at 444 subscribers, trying to get to 500. We are 6 away from 450. 56 away from 500. Let's go on and get there. And everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I will be back tomorrow morning. It's almost Friday, which means that the weekend is almost here.